see the denial of the IA there from yesterday. No changes to our FMAGs this morning, and you'll notice that our PDA numbers are up 11 complete out of 20 now. So now as we switch over to the Geo platform this morning, things are quiet around the region. Robert will have a weather update for us in just a moment. No changes at the national level, both are at steady state. No changes here at the region, both at steady state as well. All of our state EOCs are at level 4, steady state. Our IMETs are both deployed. One is in Texas, two is in Louisiana. We have no shelters open this morning around the region. And looking at power outages, they all continue to trend down drastically from the numbers we reported yesterday, with the exception of New Mexico. Arkansas is at 14, Louisiana 177. New Mexico went up to 15 this morning. Oklahoma 1,371, and Texas is down from over 10,000 yesterday to 2,102 today. So now we'll turn it over to Robert to tell us about the weather.
All right, good morning, everybody. Obviously, on the map, it is very quiet across the region. Only one little shower thunderstorm moving into the hill country, well to the east-southeast of San Angelo this morning. But aside from some continued river flooding, there is not a lot going on this morning, and that, of course, is good news. Speaking of river flooding, rivers across East Texas into Louisiana continue to slowly fall, but there is the potential that may change as we head into the first half of next work week. Displayed on the map is the 5-day rainfall totals, indicating about 2 to 3 inches of rain in some of the water basins across eastern Texas. If this forecast pans out, this rainfall would kind of halt the slow fall of the area rivers that are currently in flood and may slightly increase the rivers early next week. That is something, probably the biggest impact to pay attention to over the next several days. The threat matrix for the next several days looks rather active, but really isn't going to be too bad until the first half of next week. Could you see a few severe thunderstorms late today across primarily western Oklahoma and the Oklahoma and Texas panhandles, with some large hail being the primary storm threat. Then tomorrow, and as we head into Sunday, just a very broad threat of an isolated thunderstorm during the heat of the day across eastern New Mexico, extending across much of Texas and possibly into Louisiana. And then a significant storm system begins to move into the area by the first part of next week. Could be talking about locally heavy rainfall, which could lead to some flash flooding for Monday and Tuesday. But before then, again today, main threat across the Oklahoma, Texas panhandles, primarily late in the afternoon into the evening hours. Tomorrow into Sunday, looks a little messy, but really not that bad. So I was alluding to isolated storms tomorrow from southeast New Mexico over to western Louisiana, and from eastern New Mexico southeastward into South Texas throughout the day on Sunday. Some of those storms on Sunday could produce some locally heavy rainfall across central and south central Kentucky, or not Kentucky, but rather Texas. And that is where we could see some isolated flash flooding Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening. On the lower right-hand, or rather lower left-hand side of that map there, those are our rainfall totals for the next 5 days. Through about Sunday, we are calling for about 1 to 2 inches across central and south central Texas, and then early next week we could be talking about 1 to 3 inches across north Texas, northeast Texas, eastern Oklahoma, and to northwestern Louisiana, and that is really going to be the next time frame of concern for area weather. Drought monitor, if you didn't see it yesterday, here's the latest version for this week. Really just a little bit of improvement across the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. Otherwise, not a lot of rain fell in the drought-stricken areas of New Mexico, and space weather does remain quiet and is expected to remain quiet for the next few days. That is all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. If you have any questions, you know what to do. In the meantime, we'll take a look at our days and our trivia question. This effect is where hurricanes combine into one strong storm. Is that true or false? Anybody want to venture a guess on that one? Thank you, E. I appreciate that. Nobody wants to take a shot at this one this morning, huh? Oh, we got a couple of answers in there. Let's see. And the answer is false. Hurricanes never combine. But they do circle each other from time to time. All right. Good shot, Greg. Any questions this morning? All right, everyone. Have a great Friday the 13th. We'll talk to you on Monday.